Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. From WCCF Tech. Judge slams Epic's arguments and tactics in court hearing against Apple. This is actually kind of a tiny little bit of funny. Remember when I said that this is like two bitches fighting and you're kind of hoping to get an upskirt shot or a booby slip or something like that? This is kind of like a booby slip. This is kind of hilarious. During a hearing on Monday for Epic's lawsuit against Apple, the federal judge slammed Epic's claims regarding App Store domination and payment commission requirements. Epic was seeking a court order to force Apple to unban Fortnite from App Store, but things did not go into company's favor during the hearing. In a virtual hearing via Zoom, Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers of the United States District Court for the Northern District of California, said during the hearing that the case should go to trial before a jury, which is likely to happen by July 2021. The judge noted the case is important for the antitrust law and it is important to understand whether the people are actually concerned with the security issues. Epic is unlikely to opt for a jury and would be looking to get a bench trial, while Apple seemed to be open to a jury. Excellent. Let me drink some coffee with that. Manna from heaven. As per CNN, the judge accused Epic of dishonesty because it breached its contract with Apple, knowing well that the outcome would be. She explicitly told Epic lawyers that she was not persuaded by their arguments. This is the shot. You did something, you lied about it by omission, by not being forthcoming. That's the security issue. Gonzalez-Rogers told Epic. There are a lot of people in the public who consider you guys heroes for what you guys did, but it's still not honest. I'm sorry. From where I'm standing, a lot of people consider what Epic is doing kind of the villain. But then again, Apple is also the villain. Like I said, I don't have a dog in this. It's kind of difficult to take sides. It's hilarious, though, to say the least. Oh, come on. But a lot of the public considered Epic to be heroes. I don't think so. I don't think the public consider either side to be heroes in this case. I don't think anybody here considered either Epic or Apple to be heroes. It's just hilarious to see two bitches fight, and you don't have a dog in this. You don't have... Oh, my hands. They don't have anything. It just was in the garden, taking care of... Well, technically not quite the garden, but either way, it was the sewage part of the house that kind of clogged. I'm sorry, I shit a lot. What can I say? Anyway, I'm sorry. That is just not possible. Come on. This is definitely the nip slip. Although Epic lawyers said that they were aware that the company breached its contract with Apple, it was merely a refusal to comply with the company's anti-competitive terms of agreement. Epic attorneys Catherine Forrest responded, "When you are taking on the biggest company in the world..." Apple is not the biggest company in the world. And you're taking it on where you know it's going to retaliate. You don't lie down in the street and die. You plan very carefully on how you're going to respond. Apple, I think if you're going to say, if you're going to compare on the phone, Apple is one of the biggest companies in the world. But the biggest company in the world, that's not even close. I would even say probably Google or Amazon would be one of the biggest, if not the biggest companies in the world. But Apple, not even close. I'm sorry, not even close. Let me put into context here a little bit, just to give you a bit of context, in case you are new to this and you're not following it up. Epic decided to, well,
Apple is charging 30%. I'm gonna breach this contract. I'm gonna announce Apple that I'm gonna breach the contract, and I'm gonna breach it.
That's exactly what they did. They went ahead and made an update on Fortnite that managed to circumvent the payment procedures of Apple. And with that, they stopped paying the 30% that Apple requested from the App Store. And with that, led to a lot of shenanigans. A bitch slap here, another bitch slap here, another chick slap over there, another hair pulling over there, another nip slip over here, another nip slip over there. A lot of screams, hair pullings again, and we reached to this conclusion so far. It has been kind of a hilarious bitch fight. Even more so because apparently Epic doesn't seem to have the same problem with Nintendo, with Google, and other stores in which they used Fortnite. Interesting, isn't it? But then again, the 30% that Epic is having an issue is in fact the industry standard. It's what everybody pays when you launch a game on Xbox, on PS5 or PS4, PS3, it doesn't matter. Every single console you pay 30%. It's the same thing. And it's the same thing for releasing on a very closed environment, that it's the iPhone, the iPod, they still make those things. Well, iPad, on Macs, that's the whole gist of the Apple platform, is to be closed. I absolutely hate it. I bought an iPad once and I regret it to this day. And it's kind of it's the go-to from Apple. Let's keep going. Let's see. The judge refused to agree with Epic's argument that Apple harmed the distribution of Fortnite. Well, no. Yes, well, the judge is correct, but I'm sorry, it's Epic that it's kind of the stupid here. They themselves is the one that kind of harmed the distribution of Fortnite, because they are the ones who decided to breach the contract before fighting in courts. She said that even if Fortnite is not available on iOS, users will still have enough choices to access the game. In response to Epic's arguments that Apple's in-app payment system is an example of illegal tying with the App Store, the judge disagreed that they are not separate and distinct products. Voicing the common opinion that most people have with regards to Epic's criticism on Apple's in-app purchase system and commission policies, Judge Gonzalez-Rogers slammed Epic. She said that walled gardens have existed long before Apple created the App Store, and many other companies also operate them. Walled gardens have existed for decades. Nintendo has a walled garden, Sony has had a walled garden, Microsoft has had a walled garden. What Apple's doing is not much different. It's hard to ignore the economics of the industry, which is what you're asking me to do. Sorry, saliva went to the wrong place. You think that swallowing was an easy task for this retard over here, but apparently it's not. It's just one little hole, and then it goes to two separate little holes. Apparently my brain is too idiotic that cannot distinguish between one hole to the other. Oh boy. Anyway, it is important to note that Epic has raised no stinkers against the commissions that is to pay to Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. Exactly like I mentioned at the beginning, somewhere about in the video. The judge was not convinced by Epic's argument that Apple's 30% was excessive. The judge asked Epic. No, hey, editorial here. The judge even asked Epic when he thinks that Apple turned from an innovator into a monopolist. To which the company responded that it was in 2018 when Epic entered into a contract with Apple. Of course, the judge was not convinced. There is more over here. Let's keep going before I go into more detail. No, you know what? Let me go right now. Epic, using its own Epic Store, is still a walled garden because it means they cannot They do not allow anybody getting in. In fact, they are the ones who said no to a couple of developers who refused to accept their exclusivity contract. This means Epic is a goddamn fucking hypocrite. Team Sweeney is a goddamn fucking hypocrite. And I'm slapping kind of like the SJWs do, just to reinforce my point. The Epic Store is it's a walled garden as well. In fact, let me take the biggest example, Dark Developer, an indie game. It's not quite my cup of tea, but eventually I do plan to buy the game. It looks interesting, albeit it's not something that I generally enjoy. The developer, one second. It's just at the right temperature, not to burn my pucker little lips. And it's not lukewarm, so just at the right temperature. This is where I like my coffee. Anyway, Dark Developer, he refused exclusivity because he said he didn't want to limit the game distribution. But he said that he would accept releasing the game on the Epic Store. But, like I said, he did not want to limit the game distribution. He wanted to release it on as many stores as he could. And Epic said no. Epic only authorizes the game in of itself if they pay the exclusivity. It's to stay within the store on X or Epic Game Store. Very rarely do they allow a game to be launched on multiple platforms. And even then, for instance, Red Dead Redemption 2 was released 1 month on the Epic Game Store, albeit they authorized and let Rockstar release it on their own store first, alongside on the Epic Game Store on the Rockstar Game Store. But they did not authorize it to re-release on Steam at the same time. It's kind of disturbing, to say the least, how much of a hypocrite they are. But let's keep going. This is, it's obvious that 2007 nothing existed, Apple created something, and now it's an ubiquitous platform, so they've gone from the unknown player to an innovator. It's not kind of an innovator, it's that the people who consume Apple products are kind of like sheep, so they then yell and scream, "Oh look, I got the new shibling from Apple!" And people then end up being convinced, because the stuff that Apple developed and has created has existed way before Apple did it. The only thing that Apple did was make it commonplace. That's the only thing I'll give it to them. Anyway, let's get back to the article. The judge even suggested that Apple will restore Fortnite to App Store by removing their own payment system. The 30% commission can go into an escrow account for the time being. Apple agreed that they would be okay with this, but Epic refused the offer. Epic loves to shoot themselves on the foot, don't they? As per Apple, their 30% commission has been consistent since the App Store launched. Even when there were 500 apps, they were charging a 30% cut, so the commission has not changed with the rising number of apps in the App Store or any market share numbers. So far, Epic's arguments have fallen flat, and the judge has pointed them out for dishonesty. The judge was clear in her remarks that nobody is entitled to $1 billion. Apple's lawyers summed up their stance by saying that Epic could bring Fortnite back to the App Store by complying with the terms, so the ball is in the court. Okay, don't they? I think you need to come over here to App Store by complying with the terms. Come on. So the ball is in the court. Anyway, yes, it is correct. Fortnite or Epic could pretty much get this sorted out. Look, I want the money, so let's restore this and let's keep fighting on the court. But no, they wanna throw a temper tantrum like little kids. That's typical of Epic. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Good night.